Hi everyone, Happy New Year. Brian here. This is January 1st, 2016. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and is having a great New Year's. Um, hope 2016 will be great and very healthy and very great for you. So this is part 5 of my video game collection and room tour, games room setup. This will be on the GameCube games. I got the GameCube around 2001. I think the first games I got for it were Metroid Prime and Super Mario Sunshine. I think I got the GameCube because of hearing about Super Mario Sunshine. I was out of games for a long time because I was in college, played some N64 in college, not a lot. And the GameCube was the system that I preferred during that generation of the PS2. And I did have an Xbox and PS2, but I preferred the GameCube. Didn't play PS2 a lot. Played Xbox more than PS2 actually, because most of the ports were from the PS2 were on the Xbox, and were a little bit better looking and better running. Some of them. So I don't have a huge number of GameCube games when I got the system. So a lot of these that I have about 60 or so, maybe. I got later. So here we'll go start off with Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. This is the set with the bongos. And Donkey Kong Jungle Beat was a Nintendo EAD, I forget which development team produced, platformer where you use the bongos to jump. And very different feel from Donkey Kong Country, but still fun. These are one of my 3 sets of component cables. This is the box for one of them. I got the GameCube component cables right when they were announced and released. You could buy them on Nintendo's website. So I got a set for like $20 back then to go with my new big CRT TV I had, and I wanted to use component hookups. This was the second set I got from Japan, I think for $60 or $70 in 2009 or something like that. And here's another game here. Get the Wii Mini out of the way. Mario Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. This is the Dance Dance Revolution game that comes with the Mario Dance Dance Revolution pad. And it has a lot of the songs from the Super Mario Brothers universe that you dance to. Kind of cool. Put this Wii Mini back up here. And this is the shelf where I have my GameCube games. They're right here on this shelf. I don't have a lot, like I said, because I didn't really play a lot of games back in the early 2000s. I just got a new job and just got out of school, so it was kind of a period of transition for me. But I did play the GameCube a lot, or more than most. So we'll go over my games here. Okay, starting here, we do have the Game Boy players, 2 of them, one in the original case and one in a DVD case. Game Boy Player was a Game Boy Advance, or it would play Game Boy Advance games and Game Boy Color games on your big TV through an attachment that attached on the bottom of the GameCube. And it had a disc that you had to put in to had the boot up software, and it would run from memory in there and would allow you to play your Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, and Game Boy Advance games. Really cool. And you can play them on component video. So here we go, starting alphabetically. I'm using a flashlight, and it just seemed to be dying out on me here. So we go alphabetically. We have 1080 Avalanche, Alien Hominid, which is also a Flash game which you can get, also on PS2, I think. Bite Katos, Battalion Wars, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. This is a Sonic Team or developed game, I think, or maybe it was a Yuji Horii game. I'm not 100% sure. Chibi Robo, Donkey Konga 2, Dragon's Lair 3D. Going back to Chibi Robo, I've never actually played this. I got it real cheap. The only Chibi Robo I've ever played was Ziplash on the 3DS this year, and I really liked it. It was more of a platformer. This one, Chibi Robo, the first one from what I understand, is more of a 3D adventure platformer where you're this little robot and you clean up you do like chores around the house for this family. Dragon's Lair 3D, Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem, F-Zero GX. I got really, really cheap for like $2.50. I think that was when I worked at the game store. They were really, really cheap. A lot of GameCube stuff. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Well, no, F-Zero GX I got actually 2-3 years ago. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which is a 4-player cooperative game. I believe you could use the Game Boy Advances linked into the controller ports as your controllers. Geist, which was a first-person shooter where you were a ghost, I think, that took over people's bodies. You possess things. Go Go Hypergrind, which is like the art. I got this because of the art. I had no idea what it's like, but the art style is really cartoony. I got this. This is real cheap. But if you can see the art style, if it's not dark, if it's not too dark, it's really, really cool looking. Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. I Ninja, also on the Xbox and I think PS2. Killer 7, one of the Capcom 5 games released to the GameCube from Capcom. I think first was Resident Evil 4, second Piano 3, third Killer 7. I think there were 2 more. Beautiful Joe, and I'm missing the 5th one. But eventually, Resident Evil 4 and Beautiful Joe would come to other systems, because especially would come to PS2, because the PS2 just outsold everything a lot that generation. Because of its DVD player, it was a big reason. And it just very easily to develop for. Well, I don't know if it was easy to develop for, but that's another topic. Let's keep it on the GameCube. Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventure. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And this was the copy with... it was a game disc. I got this much later. It actually has a printed case, and I don't have a manual with it because I was going through a phase way back when I threw away all my cases and manuals, and this was sadly one of them that I did not replace. You do stupid things when you're younger. I was in my early 20s when I did that. This came with the bonus disc. I think you get it with the GameCube with a Wind Waker. It was a pre-order bonus, but it came with Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time Master Quest. I'm not sure exactly if you got this one, and this is Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. This might have came with the GameCube or a bonus, pre-order bonus for Link's Awakening. One of them was included a playable demo for Link. I said Link's Awakening, but I meant Wind Waker. It might have came as a pre-order bundle for Wind Waker. This contained Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link, one of my favorites, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and a playable demo of the Wind Waker. So this must have came out before, or maybe this was you pre-order and you get this. I'm not sure. But I do have that. Kind of cool. Even though I do have all those games, it's nice to have a disc with them. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This was the only copy, the only version of that game that I actually beat. Very fun game. I don't remember much about it. I wanted to replay it, but I think I'll just wait until the HD remake. For those of you who don't know, Twilight Princess was announced by Nintendo at their last Direct, or one of their last Directs, as to be coming to the Wii U as in an HD remake this year. Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. This was another one, sadly, where I threw away my case. Still have the manual. I think that's the manual. Yep. Have not replaced that. And a lot of the games I did throw away cases to, I am slowly replacing. Luigi's Mansion. I've never actually played this. I played the heck out of Dark Moon, though. The sequel on the 3DS. I beat through that twice. Great game. If the first one's anything like that, I'll love it. I just haven't played it. Mario Golf Toadstools Tour. Mario Kart Double Dash, one of my favorite Mario Kart games. I remember getting this game and being lost a whole weekend. And I think one weekend I got everything there is. Gold Start, every cup, mirror mode, everything. All cups tour. That was a heck of a weekend. Mario Superstar Baseball. Mega Man Anniversary Collection, a nice compilation if you're a Mega Man fan. Has all the Mega Man games up till 8, I think. And there is a Mega Man Anniversary, or Mega Man Legacy Collection coming out for the 3DS, and it's already out on the Xbox One or the PS4, one of them. It has all the games up through the 6 on the NES. Mega Man X Collection, this contains 7 games, Mega Man X through X7. Metroid Prime, one of the early games that I really loved on the GameCube. One of the few games that I had. One of my original games, Metroid Prime here. I will go over the ones that I had originally when during the GameCube era. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I got 2 copies. I found another copy for cheap. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. I started a playthrough of this 2 summers ago, and I'm at the moon, which is near the last area, and I still have to finish it. A very fun game. RPGs, I just get on something else and I never stick to them. But I'm near the end, so I'm probably going to finish that. Pikmin. Another Capcom 5 game. Piano 3. Resident Evil 0. Resident Evil 4. This is one I still need to get the case. I threw it away. Soul Calibur 2. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, a 3D platformer. Star Fox Adventures. Rogue Leader. Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike. Super Mario Strikers. This is a blast. A very fun game to play. Recently I took it home over the summer and played the heck out of it with my niece and nephew. And they really loved it. I really loved it. Every time they'd be like, let's play Super Mario Strikers. They loved it. This is a very fun game. A really late GameCube release. Came out in 2005. Next Level Games developed it. Who did the Punch-Out, and they also the Punch-Out remake on the Wii, and they also did Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Super Mario Sunshine, I beat that about 2 years ago. Awesome game. Super Monkey Ball, I heard this is the definitive version because of the awesome analog stick on the GameCube controller. Tales of Symphonia. Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure, I haven't played this. Beautiful Joe, that's another Capcom 5 game. I still have to find the case and manual because I threw that one away, as I said. Beautiful Joe 2, which I've never played. And Wario World, I think this was a Treasure developed game, the same Treasure that did Gunstar Heroes. So the games I had, my original games from the GameCube era that I have are Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Double Dash, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Sunshine, Tales of Symphonia, and Beautiful Joe. Those were all the games that I had during that PS2, GameCube, and Xbox era. So, yeah, that is my GameCube collection. Oh, there's a few more up here. These are my greatest hits titles. They put them in yellow spines, so I put them here. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. Melee is a fighting game in the Godzilla universe with all those monsters. You fight each other. Kirby's Air Ride, a Sakurai developed game. Lego Racer. Resident Evil, 2 copies of the Resident Evil remake. I think I found one really cheap. Star Fox Assault. And WarioWare Mega Party games. Awesome game. Picked this up. This was probably one of the last, because I'm pretty happy with my GameCube collection. I would like to get the Fire Emblem, but I'm not in any hurry to get that. WarioWare was one of the last GameCube games that I got recently. Or I might have got. I found it at a GameStop for like $2.50. I loved the one on the Game Boy Advance. As for those who don't know, WarioWare is a series where you play quick, short burst mini games that last anywhere from 5 to 10, 7 seconds or more, and you have to find out the objective and beat it within that time. And if you do it a whole set of them, then you move on to the next set of challenges. And Wave Race Blue Storm. So yeah, that is my GameCube collection. Not a lot, but there's a lot of good quality on the GameCube. Like the N64, there is quality, just like a lot. Every system has games that are good for it. Even the bad ones that didn't do as well. So, thanks guys, that is my GameCube collection. And next video, I will go over my Wii collection. So everybody have a great New Year's, and I will see you again. Bye.